Chumalang Moel what's happening, everybody? Yeah, man, it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen, guys and dolls. 4 p.m. on your clock, coming to you from here, right to your mama's television. It's that time. Yeah, man, it's Ekse. We are here for another jam-packed hour with myself, Brad Roman. I'm not flying solo. I'm joined by my great
Mr. Mayor is
Mr.
in
Mayor.
the building, man. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in to DSTV channel 263 to hang out with us right here on Ekse. So today's going to be a really, really awesome show. We're talking all things saving the planet. So, well, if you care about saving the planet, if you want to find out about the people around the world doing things, well, please do stick around. And also, well, since summer's coming up, we're on the 2nd of December. Make it a little bit of a salad later on.
Yes, the two of us.
Making a salad for you guys. I don't know what you can expect.
Thank you to our producer for that.
Check that out. And also, I know you guys have been tweeting at us, and I want you guys to keep tweeting at us because, of course, we have my building speech is in the building.
Thanks, my guy. All right, a very warm welcome to all the viewers at home. You're tuning in to Ekse Live on CTV channel 263, guys. All right, so today we'll be talking about climate change. Please do tweet us at Ekse_live using the hashtag climate change. Igama lami ke mna ke speech bayana, and I do believe that we have a tweet or two at the moment. Right about now, we have a tweet coming from Neo101 saying nature loves all her creations equally. She has no favorites. The way we nurture her will reflect on how she nurtures us. Hashtag climate change. Wonderful, guys. And the second one is from at Shakir, December 1, saying, in our arrogance, we humans believe planet Earth was created for our benefits. Nature's heart holds as much love for ants as us. Hashtag climate change. All right, guys, do keep them coming at Ekse_lives. Over to you guys.
Perfect stuff. So there you guys have it. So it's all the more reason for you guys to keep it locked onto DSTV channel 263. Keep it locked here on Ekse. It's going to be a phenomenal stuff. Things are going to get crazy a little bit later on. I can't wait for
Salad.
it.
What's the name of the salad, though?
It's a summer scissor. It's a summer sizer. A summer sizer salad. Hey, I didn't give the name. Big shout out to everyone who did name that one.
I'm serious stuff now.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, we are celebrating also, it's here already, 16 days of activism, of no violence against
women and
child
children.
and
Yes, I think, during this month, also just for the 16 days, we know it's going to be ending on the 10th of December. I believe it started on the 25th of November. So, just so you guys at home, just to know about what's happening and do something towards having no violence towards women and children. It is a big initiative happening all around South Africa. So, be part of it and make sure more people are aware of it. Should we not do that?
And this is the place where we school you guys at home, so you have to tune into Ekse every single day, 4
Yeah.
to 5 p.m. Because we're going to school you. We love schooling you guys. Edit training.
Yes, indeed. All right, so what I'm going to do now is going to do a quick ad break, and then we're going to be back right off this. We still got so much awesome things. My man, Mr. Reef, is in the building, so do stick around.
I've learned that no matter what happens or how bad it seems today, life does go on and it will be better tomorrow. I've learned that regardless of your relationship with your parents, you'll miss them when they are gone from your life. That life sometimes gives you a second chance. That making a living is not the same as making a life. I've learned that whenever I decide something with an open heart, I usually make the right decision. That every day you should reach out and touch someone. People love a warm hug or just a friendly pat on the back. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. I've learned that I still have a lot to learn.
Why people do the things they do. Power is control over men who are lesser than you.
You have been warned.
You want to know what takes real courage?
Blood. Bring a smile to your face.
I wear a Joker's smile with
like a hero.
What would you like to do now?
No one makes being bad look quite as good as these guys. Catch them all first on DSTV and feel every moment.
Boom,
Welcome
and
back,
we're
guys.
back right here on Ekse, the biggest youth show in the land on your favorite DSTV channel 263. If you guys just joined us, then hey, you're at the right place at the right time. Before we get the show on the road, let's hear what you guys at home has to say. Sipelos, over to you.
What's up, man?
All right, guys, as I just said, if you have just joined us, guys, today we're talking about climate change. So do engage with us on Twitter at Ekse_live and on Facebook at Ekse on CTV using the hashtag climate change. So right about now we have a tweet coming from, hold on, it says here at Brad Thor saying, for those who just tuned in, hashtag climate change is a scam run by the socialists to rebuke wealth to poorest countries and give government power. I don't know what was that about. All right, guys, and the next one is from at Linda Sula saying Obama says addressing hashtag climate change is the greatest rejection of terrorism. Can't make this up. Guys, do give relevant tweets at Ekse_live, hashtag climate change. Over to you guys.
All right, perfect
Thanks,
stuff.
Isabella.
Thanks so much, man. So there you guys have it. So if you guys, like I said, the hashtag today is climate change. We're talking all things climate. So we all know about global warming and climate change that's going. And currently, we speak, there's a COP21 worldwide summit being held in Paris. And I know some of you guys might not know too much about it. But, well, for that, we have our man, James Reeler. Good afternoon, man.
Afternoon. Thanks
Could you
for
just
having me.
could you just introduce yourself to our viewers out there?
Sure. Hi all. I'm James Reeler. I work for the Worldwide Fund for Nature in South Africa. And I work for a unit that's doing a lot of work on policy, and particularly we've been doing a lot of work on climate change.
All right, perfect. Now, James, so again, for our viewers out there, just tell us a little bit about what COP21 is.
Okay, so COP is one of very many acronyms you get in this field. So COP is the Conference of the Parties, and 21 means it's the 21st such one.
Okay.
Yes, we've been about this for 21 years. So what does that mean? Basically, the Conference of the Parties, this is the UN Convention on Climate Change,
Yeah.
and the parties to this agreement are all of the countries in the world, or in the UN. And at the moment there are, or as of Monday, there were 150 world leaders
150.
at this meeting. So it gives you some sense of how seriously they're taking it. It's a
Yeah.
big deal. In fact, that's the largest number of world leaders we've had in one place pretty much ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're talking about climate change here, and yeah, as you heard, Obama is taking it seriously.
Yeah.
Our own president's taking it very seriously. He was there on Monday, and
Who'd have thought?
yeah, yeah, it's a big deal because at this meeting we're hoping to get an agreement, a binding agreement that's going to hold all of the nations of the world responsible for climate change and to try and do something about it collectively.
Awesome. Now, James, you guys are currently busy with the massive, huge seminar that's currently being held in Paris. Can you please tell us more about that?
Okay, so that is the COP21,
Yeah.
and it's not just the sort of world leaders. There's actually going to be ministers, and our chief negotiators are there. The sort of agreement that we're looking to reach there over the next couple of weeks is one that's going to see the world reducing its global emissions. So everybody's put forward, at least 180 nations have put forward what they are prepared to do at this point. We already know at this point it's not enough to keep us below the 2-degree target that we're aiming for, but if we can get a binding agreement, so that means that everybody is being held to those commitments, then we can work on that going forward. So we have a lot of optimism for this meeting, and that's more than we can say for pretty much any meeting at any of the COPs over the last few years.
So, James, again, I think some people might not know all too well the terms such as climate change. So then how do you describe what is climate change?
Okay, so climate change is kind of it's a catch-all term. What we're talking about here is the impact of our emissions from fossil fuels. That's principally carbon dioxide, but also methane and other gases. And also clearing the forests is a significant driver of climate change. And what that means is we're effectively warming up the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So it used to be the term was global warming, but climate change is more accurate because not everywhere in the world is actually going to get warmer. What we're likely to see is some currents in the oceans shifting, and that might mean that for those poor people in Northern Europe, they're actually going to get colder.
Yeah.
Not so great for them. But for South Africa, warming is very much on the cards. We're already 1.5 degrees warmer than we were in the middle of the last century.
Wow.
We can feel.
Yeah, we're all feeling it right now. And the current drought is driven by the El Nino, which is this warm current that happens in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
This is the biggest El Nino we've ever seen, and that's partly because of this extra energy that's going into
James, before we continue with the conversation, we do have some pictures for
pictures
the
that we wanna
viewers at about the whole thing that you just spoke about.
Tell us
Let's
what
take
is
us
that,
through
yeah.
to what's that? Yeah, the first pic.
Okay, so that is a little bit of ice remaining on a lot of rock. That used to be a glacier, and those are little penguins sitting on it. But I think what that's talking to is the carving of glaciers. What we're seeing is, particularly in the North Pole, around the Arctic, we're seeing a lot of the sea ice disappearing.
Melting,
So that's a good general picture of emissions. As we said, it's fossil fuels that's driving this. That means coming from our electricity generation, but also from our cars is a big driver of that.
Is evolution a big cause to global warming?
Sorry?
Evolution is a big cause to global warming.
No, not really. I mean, it's the energy, our energy that's doing it largely. So it's electricity,
Cars,
we're all
mass
surrounded by
production,
it. Mass production. And we didn't really know about this all in the last century, that wasn't a big deal. And it's been, as we've seen the warming increasing and the scientific consensus has been firmed up, it's pretty clear that now this is what's happening.
And also with regards to deforestation, that also plays a part, of course, I think, in the climate change as well.
Absolutely. So for countries like the United States, most of their emissions are coming from coal burning and from oil. But for countries like Brazil, where we're clearing the Amazon largely for meat production, we're taking all of those trees, we're effectively burning them up and putting them up into the atmosphere. And so that means that carbon dioxide is going out. In the South African context, we don't have a lot of trees. We don't have big forests to start off with, so that's not our biggest driver. For us, it's fuel as well.
The day-to-day, the cause.
Exactly.
Okay.
But Indonesia is currently burning. All of those rainforests in Indonesia are up in smoke, or a large part of them, and the peat, and so that's driving climate change around there. Yeah.
Okay, so listen, my final question for you now is, I just want to know, in terms of my people at home now, they're thinking this, I also want to help in terms of, lessening the carbon footprint. What can I do to prevent climate change?
So
my everyday people.
Okay, so everyday people, I mean, there's a lot of big political things that need to be done, and always sort of talking to people and raising awareness is a big one. But simple things at home, shifting your light bulbs to energy-saving bulbs. They're more expensive, but in the long run they actually work out cheaper because they last longer and they use much less energy. Driving less, right? So if you're in Johannesburg, sorry guys, but even us in Cape Town, where you're sitting in that traffic, you realize you're spending a bunch of your time sitting in a car, and really you could be using it productively elsewhere anyway. So some of that stuff is unavoidable. Hot water is a big one at home. Our hot water geysers account for something like 40% of our home usage. So turn your geyser thermostat down, have shorter baths, shorter showers. Shower once every 4 days, guys. No, not you guys.
With the heat coming up, we can't.
No, just kidding.
And also, we just had this whole thing. We had like the whole load shedding thing all over South Africa, and now we're gonna have the water shedding as well. Can you please tell us about that?
You heard it, guys.
Yeah, you heard it first. So that is obviously an issue, and this is sort of the load shedding. Obviously, is because of capacity. We're not able to do it, but the water shedding, that's a real issue. That's a climatic issue, and it's the sort of thing we might see quite a lot of going ahead. So Cape Town, we're actually in quite a lucky situation. We have had not the worst rains in the country, and we've managed our water quite well. So we're a little bit behind the
still
other
okay?
places in declaring our water shedding, but we're there now. We now need to look at it for the next year. But that doesn't just affect us and our houses. Obviously, that's got impacts in terms of agriculture. Where's our food coming from? Largely, that's irrigated, and so reduced water means probably more expensive food.
Okay. And also, you guys are at the WWF, the organization. Tell me, what are you guys doing? Like, what are you guys doing for climate change and helping preventing it?
Right. So we do quite a lot of work on this, as I was saying. Some of it's very much at a policy level, So we're talking to government and trying to drive policies that are going to help with this. We've been doing a lot of work looking at agricultural systems and seeing how we can climate-proof them, reduce their impacts. And also a lot of work on transport, so trying to shift freight off roads onto rail, because that makes a big difference in the amount of energy that's used in just moving your food, to the market, that sort of thing. But then we're as well as being South African based, we have a global network, and globally we're doing a lot of work with different governments and different partners trying to reduce land impacts. Exactly.
For the process too.
Exactly. And some of my colleagues are there at COP at the moment, slinging a wise word or two to the South African negotiating team and hoping they take it on.
James, tell me, what role does over to nature now, does our forest play in the global system? Also, would you say that the forest is under pressure?
Absolutely. Forests are very much under pressure. There was a study that was released last year that said some 70% of all forests are within 12 kilometers of an edge. So that's a very odd measure. But basically it means that all of the forests are being broken up. And they are quite critical. A lot of carbon is tied into those trees. The tree largely is carbon. The other thing that they do is by removing carbon from the atmosphere and putting it into the soil, it's not just locked up in their cells but in the soil, and that keeps it out of the atmosphere. And so in the South African context, where we don't have huge amounts of forests, but we do still have large amounts of grasslands, the grass is doing the same thing. It's taking the carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and putting it into the soil. So when we overgraze our grasslands, we're effectively doing the same thing.
Yeah. So now, what does that mean globally, in terms of deforestation, all these things taking place around? What does it mean globally?
So globally, I'm sure you've heard the term "the lungs of our planet." We're kind of losing the lungs of our planet. Now, they're not the only ones. There's also plankton in the sea that has that effect. But there are two effects. One, obviously, is the emissions from the carbon dioxide and their reduced ability to process and produce oxygen. We're not running out of oxygen, don't worry, guys. That is a long way off. Around. But the other one is there's this thing called albedo. So when sunlight comes down onto the ground, the trees kind of... they're absorbing a lot of that sunlight and using it to process to fix the carbon dioxide. And when you remove the trees, you get kind of this blinding surface sometimes. And so that it reflects more of the light. Now that actually could be a good thing, except for the fact that we lose water we lose the nutrients from the environment. So effectively, when we're turning the forests into agricultural land, first of all, it's good agricultural land, and then it's terrible agricultural land soon after that. Yeah.
Okay. So James, in closing, to our viewers at home who's fascinated about this, who want to find out more about what it is that Global 21 is about, what is that you guys doing, if they want to get in contact with you guys, how do they go about it?
Okay, well, I mean, you can get in contact with us on Twitter at WWF South Africa. Or you can email us. I'm jreela@wwf.org.za. Or you can just come round to our offices. We're based in Newlands.
Just around the corner, though.
We'll be there.
Exactly. We also, obviously, we have a website, www.org.za. Check out everything we're doing there, and we'd love to hear from you.
Hi, James. Firstly, thank you so much for coming out and also teaching us so much. At least we know a little bit more.
I've learned a lot.
Check your carbon footprint, guys. And I know you guys, we should be talking all things climate change. And also, Bello, what have the guys been saying, eh?
Thank you for that. Well, guys, as you all know, we're using the hashtag climate change. Right about now, we have a tweet coming from @theperiod143. Why is it that every scientist pushing the junk science known as climate change is a leftist dash Marxist question mark? Question, guys. You do answer that at Ekse_live. All right, so we have the next one coming from @ChrisChat saying hashtag climate change proponents predicts we'll be doomed by weather in the future. All right, guys, at Ekse_live. Do engage with us, guys. We do love hearing from you. And you guys are giving us quite informative and good tweets right about now. Keep them coming.
Dankie,
Perfect stuff, thank you.
En nou mensen gaan ons vir 'n kort advertensie breek. Meneer, ons gaan nie. As ons terugkom is nog baie aksie net vir julle bly ingeskakel.
Catch you guys.
I believe in pink. I believe that laughter is the best calorie burner. I believe in kissing. Kissing a lot. I believe in being strong when everything seems to be going wrong. I believe that happy girls are the prettiest girls. I believe that tomorrow is another day. And I believe in miracles.
You want superpowers, do you? At DSTV's School of Cool, we can't teach you to fly, but we can boost your brain power with DSTV's curriculum of super cool shows filled with incredible lessons, facts, and backstories to get you loving this incredible world of ours. Trust us, you're gonna be like totally brain powered up. At DSTV's School of Cool, it's not just school, it's cool.
Here at DSTV School of Cool, we can't teach you how to text 200 words per minute, but we can hit you with some serious knowledge, yo. Cause with DSTV's curriculum of mind-popping shows filled with enough awesome info, facts, and lessons to stretch your mind in ways you couldn't imagine. Trust us, you're gonna be like so totally in the know. Lowsies. At DSTV School of Cool, it's not just school, it's cool.
Quench your thirst, you gotta get there first. No time to question worth. Dreams can't be bought. Heroes rise, legends were born to die. You live through the worst they'll write. This life's yours to take.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome to DSTV channel 263 Ekse. This is where you're at. And like I said, we are talking all things climate change. But, well, we're going to be changing it up just a couple of seconds for now. Brad, other than that, is things going well?
Yeah, man, guys, it's going to be one bang. It's already a bang of a show. And remember that if you guys want to be part of the show, right on Ekse, then you can do so. If you, of course, if you're an artist, a singer, a young entrepreneur, a poet, and would like to showcase your talent as well as your business right here live on the show, then you can do so. Do send us a mail to Ekse at capetowntv.org. That's Ekse at capetowntv.org. And you guys can be part of our 2.6 million viewers. Right about now, though, it's time to hear what you guys at home has to say. Sipelo.
All right, thank you, Brad. All right, guys, do not forget ukusebenzisa the hashtag climate change. Tweet us on Ekse at Ekse_live. Right about now, we have a tweet coming from at CK Sharma saying we need system change to defeat hashtag climate change. The next one is from at HS News saying eating less meat can help reduce hashtag climate change. Do you agree? At Ekse_live. Let's discuss this, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Over to you guys.
Perfect stuff. Thanks so much, Speech. So, well, for now, guys, we're going to be coming into a nice interview. We have my man. He's in the building. Tell us about Solulo Technologies. First, I'd like to say good afternoon and thanks for joining us.
Good afternoon. It's been a pleasure for me to be with you.
Perfect stuff.
Nice
Luvuyo,
having you,
I want you to introduce yourself to all of our viewers.
Who are you? Where
My
you
name
from,
is
man?
Luvuyo Khani. I'm born in Queenstown and now I'm staying in Case River and I'm a founder and manager of Solulo.
Right, perfect. So go for it.
So your business, can you please tell us when exactly was it established and also the aim behind it?
Well, it's been 11 years now.
11 years.
Started in Kailija. It's been it's been a journey. It's not easy when you see now, but it's been a journey. I started as a teacher. And then I resigned selling refurbished computers in the boot of a car. So I used to drive to a Costa Light and go to schools and put PC and sell it. And it was tough. People would say to me, I'm not okay. Others were saying that.
Not okay.
Others say actual fact. Others were saying I'm stealing computers to school and sending back to school.
Yeah.
And even my body were kind of half of the size, so I was not very tiny. So no one take me serious. It's like I'm selling computers. So initially it was like tough, no funding, no mentorship, no support. But I think for me, just to see opportunity.
That's what
and then from there, keep on persevering and where it is now.
All right, perfect. So now, Luvuyo, I understand it's been 11 years. So tell me, was that always the plan for you? Was that the idea that you'd maybe do this somehow, or you just kind of fall into it?
No, I think there are two types of entrepreneur. You are taught to be entrepreneur.
Yeah.
We are born to be entrepreneur. I think for me, I was born.
You were born to do it.
And because the way things have shaped and the way things have kind of so start from a put of a car, we have one internet cafe in the training, and we have 40 now, and 10 franchise, we employ 150. It's a complexity of different things where we, expand beyond Western Cape to Eastern Cape, now expanding to Gauteng. So that on its own, it's kind of, you've got some abilities and skills that the man above have blessed me.
It was destiny.
Now, Luvuyo, you resigned as a teacher and you're doing this. You're still teaching.
No, teaching is part of me. I'm a teacher. You can see now I'm serious like a teacher. So teaching is
your training. We've got some pics for views at with regards to the training that you offer to the people. So let's take a look at the pictures. Can you please take us through some of the pics?
Three partners. Lonwa, my brother, and sister-in-law Nandi. So it's a kind of a family business now.
Okay.
So,
wow. Nice.
So we.
The next one.
Yeah,
where you guys over there?
It's a student. I think we're in Stellenbosch. Student that we have a graduation.
Graduating there.
Yeah, even today we come up for graduation, and it's a program that we support the school.
So they get diplomas. They get a little.
No, this one is a program. It's a CSI that we do, and also donating shoes and giving back to the community. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it.
Yeah, no, it's a center. This one is a center in Lady Frey where student comes in. They come in 2 hours a day from Monday to Friday for 6 months doing end user computers, and some of the students that we also give in June holidays. Just the young people coming in our centers, and part of the centers that we have. I think this one also Lady Frey center that we have. And it's TechSpread. A center that we also, it's an internet cafe. It's a support that we have.
Okay, so you're doing some good stuff there for the kids. And then, in terms of what you guys are doing, what services do you offer to the people?
Well, it's a one-stop center. You get mobile services like prepaid, contract. You get the hardware. Computers, laptops. You also have services like CV, scanning, lamination, binding. You have business service, logos, design, letterheads. You also training and user Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So it's like you get everything in one-stop center that you come in.
Now, Luvuyo, when I did the research before we went live today about you and your company, I came across something interesting. Not really, I wouldn't say, because I know it here what it means. Maintenance SLA. Can you please tell us what it means?
Maintenance SLA?
Yeah, what is that?
LA.
Yeah.
No, I think it's like service level agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
so
more when we have contact with other schools that we provide services.
Yeah.
That also we sign. If we didn't pick in time, and then they can pay me, we can pay them.
How's that?
Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah.
Okay, and also with regards to, the company also going there, how much people do you have? How big is the team who's out there doing the IT support and helping
No,
the people?
most of the stores that we have, we have 18 stores in the Western Cape. So
Yeah.
from Khayelitsha to Delft to Dunoon to Strand.
Is that 18?
18 stores
18,
that
that's a
we
lot.
have. So in the Eastern Cape, we have 22 stores that we have now. Others are opening now, like now. So we employed 150 full-time staff members.
Okay.
And now we are franchising now Sidulo. So someone who wants to bring it Fishhook, we just like say come and then we can make it
We
possible.
can make it possible.
Yeah.
Oh, now with regards, I just want to ask you just in terms of my people who said they want to register now, they just heard about this. How do I go about registering?
No, you can register, like with any center, Sidulo center, and you can register for the course for next year for another 6 months that we're able to have next year. And also you can for franchise, if you want to franchise, like Gryfontein, you can come and the beauty about franchise, for 2 years, we have 50-50 and handhold you until you're in a position to run your own yourself. And after that, it becomes your business. We only get 8% of revenue. So we make sure that we establish businesses that are able to sustain. We don't just like take money and give them brand, and we support them along the way.
Okay.
Now it's time for you to reveal the truth. Luvuyo.
What's it gonna be?
You have been in this. You've been doing this for the past 11 years.
Yes.
Thank God, there's gonna be another 100 years.
It has to be. It has to be. I need more years.
Yes.
There must be thousands and thousands of successful stories. Guys that are earning big bucks now,
Yes.
that have their own established own businesses.
Yeah.
Any successful stories of people that was part of your organization? Want to tell us more about that?
No, we have many success stories of young people that with us. Others they work with us.
Yeah.
They have their own businesses now. Others, like I was today, we come with graduation now in Delft. One of the speaker used to work with us as a project manager. Now he's an MP member in Parliament.
Yeah.
And in running out. So we have, guys, coming in our centers, doing from their profile, and they get a tender, they're supplying ShopRite. All ShopRite in terms of like. So I think for us it's all about impact that we do in terms of the market that we're dealing with on a daily basis.
Yeah. Okay, now also, this is a question I want to know. I know you said it's easy for the people to register, they can come, but of course, it being a business, how much should it cost to jump on?
Our training, it's a 2 hours a day.
2 hours a day?
10 hours a week, 40 hours a month, 240. So if you divide that, you pay probably 13 Rand an hour just to attend. So in the month, you pay 600 a month. In total, it's about 3.9. That cost, I can tell you, if you go to other, you pay double or 4 times.
It's not a lot. The damage
It's
is not
It's not a lot. And the function, you could pay over time. You pay over 6 months. So you only raise 300 and then you pay. So to make it easy for you.
Yeah.
So that way we make sure that this thing, we've graduated, like now, there are about 1.2 students only in the Western Cape that are graduating from Sidulo because of like the payment term are much more affordable.
Much more affordable. So how much people do you have, even for the whole of, let's say South Africa, how much people do you have who's part of this solution?
No, we've trained, training's been 7 years. We've trained more than 25,000.
25,000?
Yeah, training in terms of like both provinces. And I can tell you, mark my word, in 5 years' time, we are going to be the biggest training provider in South Africa.
You heard it there.
Wow.
You heard it.
Wow.
And this is,
I'm not
right here on Ekse.
You're not afraid to say.
On Ekse, he said it.
We are going to be the biggest because we're sitting at 40. By 2018, we'll be 100 stores.
100 stores.
We'll be in every province having a store. That allows us to become the distributor, the training. People will become closer. They will walk in to access the service. Because one thing that we do, we go where people are. We go to township.
Yes.
We go to rural areas. We don't go to where everything is there. So we bring the services.
We bring the service.
So we have learned from Khayelitsha, we've learned from Philippi, it's possible. You have to engage stakeholders. You make sure that your prices are much more affordable. And we know it.
There you have it.
We've got a brand, we've got a system, we just scale it.
You see it live on national
giving away
television.
too many
The
secrets.
viewers now, I'm sure now, they're all sitting there waiting for the
Want to be
telephone
part of
numbers.
this.
How did they get hold of you?
No, well, you could follow, on Facebook, it's Luvuyo Khani or Rani. Twitter at Luvuyo10. In Instagram, Luvuyo Rani. On the cell number, it's 072 261 2472. It's 072 261 2472. And email, it's luvuyo.rani@cellular.com.
Come in, Luvuyo. I'll be registering right now.
No, we come. We are going to come next
We
year.
are coming.
How going to see that?
I'm there. I'm there. All right, guys, man. So there we have Luvuyo in the building talking about cellular technology. So what we're going to do now, get some of your tweets. What you guys at home been tweeting us? Speech, what's up, my man?
Right, thanks, my man. Well, the conversation is heated up on Twitter, guys. Indona wena join man indorina @Ekse_live. Don't forget to use the hashtag climate change. Right about now, we have a tweet coming from @Dazed61 saying these fake ads critique the corporate sponsors of the climate change. Informative over there, guys. And the next one is coming from @Shakir Kapoor saying when Holy Ganga turns into a several river, alternatively flooding or dying up, we will wish we looked after our glacier. Hashtag climate change. @Ekse_live. Keep them coming, guys. Over to you guys.
Perfect stuff. Okay, Luvuyo, thank you once again one more
very
time
much,
for
man.
coming out. And as
Wish
you
you the
guys
best
said,
of
where you
luck.
guys can connect with him. But now moving on again to a bit more pressing matters also at hand. I know lots of you guys have heard about about TB and also how what's been happening in the world. So long story short, currently people are at a much more higher risk in contracting a TB than they are the HIV virus. So the USAID campaign is holding seminars around the world just to educate people on tuberculosis and also some of the things that they can do the way forward. So what we're going to do is quickly jump into a clip of the USAID campaign.
Our producer,
Produced by
Bronwyn Adams. She went to Andrews. Sorry.
Bronwyn Adams. Check
She
it
went to
out.
go check it out.
So we are at an event here in Khayelitsha today in AIDS of TB. We also here, you know, how do you say it? In AIDS of TB, because somehow I've just heard that it's the first biggest growing sickness that's out there. And today to tell us more about it is Lerato. Lerato works for the Department of Health. Yes, or it's just in partner. Explain to us.
Right. My name is Lerato Lekwabe. I am actually one of the partners to the National Department of Health, the USA TB program. And we are here to host a number of international members of parliament from different countries. Because on Tuesday, on the 2nd of November, I think it's Wednesday, this country, South Africa, will be hosting the International Tuberculosis Conference at the ICC. Our minister, the Minister of Health, Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, is leading that delegation of MPs. You saw him this afternoon where he was addressing these MPs. These are members of parliament from a number of countries, from mainly BRICS and the G20 countries. And basically, because TB is now seen as an issue of national interest, where as a country it is now the number one killer. It has also surpassed HIV.
So we are standing here with Dr. Mdaweni. She's going to explain to us how it is possible for us to manage and also what to look out. What are the symptoms of this TB, what they call tuberculosis? Hello, doctor. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, ma'am. I think the most important messages or that would like the public to know around TB is how would one be able to recognize some of the signs and symptoms so that they can be able to present, to our healthcare facilities on time to get a treatment. For adults, a cough of 2 weeks or a longer duration. But for people that know that they're HIV positive, is a cough of any duration. It's not 2 weeks. And if someone has night sweats, has fever, or just unexplained weight loss, those are the symptoms that they should always go to the clinic and be tested or screened for TB. But with children, I must mention that the signs are actually not as overt as in adults, but it's still important that they go to clinic when they are coughing, or maybe when a child is just repeatedly unwell, the child is not gaining weight, the child has just lost appetite and is always irritable. Those could be some of the signs, and we urge parents and the public that they go and be screened for TB.
Well, guys, as you can see, I'm standing with a very familiar face over here named Cherry. Well, Cherry is also a TB ambassador, and we are in Khayelitsha, and they are also just educating our communities all about TB, which is tuberculosis. Hello, Cherry. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
Cherry, you are a TB ambassador, right? So please explain to us. I know that you also have a bit of history. Do you mind just sharing a little bit of your story with me?
So about 15 years ago, I was in the midst of Big Brother, actually. At the time, I was trying to become pregnant with my husband, and nothing was working. We went through all fertility treatments, and it was one of my doctors that chose to do a biopsy of my womb. And in my womb, they found a bacterium, and it's called the granulomatous endometrium virus of tuberculosis. So it is, in fact, a granulomatous bacterium inside of your womb, your endometrium. And the only cure for it, in fact, was the fact that I had to go on TB treatment, which I then subsequently did. And it was I just felt it was very important for me as someone who had a voice, for someone who had an audience, to perhaps just highlight the importance of people coming on to their treatment, but mainly doing what we're still doing today, and that is encouraging people to get tested for TB.
So we are standing here today with MD Zahir Sadat, who he is the MP of Afghanistan, and it's also in aid of USAID that is coming to keep these events around our communities and also South Africa. So let's find out by him what makes this event so special. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for joining us. So tell me, these events that's being held, we all know it's in aid of tuberculosis. So please broaden us, or just educate us a bit more about what's happening, because people from all over the world are here is here to attend these events.
On these trips, we get more experience. More knowledge about how to treat the tuberculosis and how to eliminate them, how to decentralize them, because this tuberculosis is a disease. It's all over the world. It's a lot of nations suffering. Every nation suffering from tuberculosis. But one thing we find out, as you know, tuberculosis is always on the air. Whereas one thing we find out in the Cape Town is about the housing system here is some houses are really, it's very crowded, looks like crowded. From one side, the government is fighting against tuberculosis. From the other side, which is the housing problem, is provides the contamination of the tuberculosis.
Most of these people are actually from very impoverished backgrounds.
Yes, I hope the government of South Africa can do something for that. Regarding to Afghanistan problem with tuberculosis, There is the government we are fighting with the tuberculosis since 10 years ago. Now it decreased. The treatment was effective, and also the people are easily reaching to receive all those medicines which are effective for treatment of tuberculosis. Due to these two reasons, now it's day by day decreasing. Since it was like 10 years ago, there was a lot of tuberculosis.
Well, Dr. Zaire Sadat, thank you so much for joining me today. While it is the global summit that's being held for the very first time here in South Africa in AIDS of TB, tuberculosis. Now let's hear what it's actually going to be held later on in the year. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Guys, so here we have it. Today we had a phenomenal show. And also that was again Bronwyn Andrews just checking out the USA, talking also about tuberculosis and also in helping you guys know a little bit more about what's happening. Brad, I've had a lovely time in studio today.
Man,
Tell us, what were we doing today?
We had a jam-packed show, as promised, just for you guys. We, of course, for those of you who missed the show, guys, Baba's Ray, but tomorrow the repeat will be back, 7 to 8 a.m. And we had James Wheeler in studio from COP21 speaking to us about how we can save our planet. And then also we had Luvuyo from Sululu Technologies also telling us about his project and the people that he's training, the students, and how you guys can get involved. So yeah, all the details will be there for you. So guys, we know that festive season is here. Okay. Before we get into this, we're going to be put to the test by our producers and directors.
We're going to be making
two guys making a salad.
Oh yes.
No,
I don't know what's going to happen here.
I'm scared.
And you're going to be the one to taste it.
I'm scared. I'm going to die out here, man.
Listen, and also before that, I know lots of you guys we have December coming up, the festive season. Any big plans for December?
Well, I'm going to be chilled, relax, have fun. And I'm going to be visiting my family in George.
Lovely. And your side, my man?
Man, I'm going to Eastern Cape, straight up from the Eastern Cape.
I'm going to Eastern Cape.
Okay, so listen, before we're going to get into the salad, I just want to say a couple of more tweets. Before.
Yeah, of course, because I did promise to hold you guys down on Twitter as we are talking about climate change today. So don't forget to use the hashtag climate change at Ekse_live. And let's see what we have right about now. So we have a tweet coming from at George Moni Biot saying it's as if government were indifferent to life and in love with death. All right, over there. We have another tweet following up coming from at Green Silo saying, hey, he's having his own conversation on our expense, guys. He says, hey, at City of Cape Town, set a green example in the face of climate change. How can we bring the fight home? Hashtag climate change. All right, guys, do keep them coming at Ekse_live.
All right, perfect stuff, speech. So, well, there you have it. Those are the tweets that you guys have been dropping in. But right now, like you said, we're going to be put to the test. Which is salad, Mark.
Yeah.
So,
but first, okay, guys, we did wash our hands, so don't worry.
Also, no clean.
The
very
ingredients.
clean.
Okay. Also, you saw it for yellow as liquor. This is yellow bone chicken.
Okay, so I think we're going to waste no time and get straight into it, man.
Is it yellow bone? Okay, some nice rockets as well.
As you see, we have some nice baby tomato rockets.
Be careful with the knife, Mr. May.
Yes, don't worry. This is yours to eat, my man.
Damn it. Brad, what is that about, bro? Did you do that on purpose, Brad?
And let's see, and then we got some of this here for them as well. Some nice leaves. I mean, it is a
are those
salad.
leaves? No, we have a name for that, bro. What
Tell
are they? No, you should tell me. You're the chef.
These are rockets. I thought we were going to space.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to get some rocket in there for you as well. You know, just break it up nice and fresh there for you. It's not about health. It's about staying healthy.
Yeah.
A nice big thigh for you. This is a thigh, guys. So. Get a thigh. Yeah.
From that yellow bone. That's
it's a yellow bone thigh.
Beautiful yellow bone thigh. And here we have some cream cheese feta for you guys at home. If you like some of this, you know it's good for your salads as well.
Yeah,
can we put a lot in for you?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
This gives you nice rich chicks, and this also has very vitamins in here and carbohydrates and everything that's for you guys.
Very healthy. It's very healthy. Yeah. And you
Got some jokes, I see.
No, Karim, a nice thick piece. Karim, he looks like he likes thick pieces. You like thick pieces? Like that. Like that.
Just keep it going.
Just keep it going.
Let's go.
And are we gonna have a little? You see here, guys.
What is that? Tell me
this
what
is
that
a
is.
nice gravy mix. The gravy mix is gonna just make it taste a little bit more sweeter. You know, just give it that nice.
Oh, that's
that
its
kick.
role.
That's
To make it
to give it that kick. Yeah.
All right.
And there we are. And as you can see, that piece over there has some nice pepper on it as well, and some
So
salt.
tell me, am I gonna eat all of this, or the rest of the stuff are just
You
for
know,
garnish?
You can eat everything you want. This is completely for you. And listen, for you guys at home, we're just kind of showing you how to make a salad and how to stay healthy during December. It is festive month, you know. In the festive month, lots of people, you know, they don't like to be active a lot. So we're making sure you guys are active and healthy.
Hey, let's taste this.
Okay, so that's what it is.
You can use cherries as well, guys.
Cherry.
Cherries.
Cherry and meat. I have never heard this before. And now I'm
Chicken and
even
cherries.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Okay, so listen, this is the summer sizer. I didn't think we had sufficient training for our moms. If you had you tell us to make a gourmet meal, we might have done the best, but I think Brad is But lucky for you, we made one at home just in case it didn't come out proper.
I checked the difference.
Check the difference.
Us and our
the end
producers.
product.
That's the end product. That's
This
the one.
one.
That's our
This
one.
one. That's your ugly one. This one. And this one looks proper. So, guys, am I gonna eat all of this? I don't trust this.
Listen, we want you to taste this and tell us what you think. But I'm not going to let you taste that one first. You need to taste the one we just made first, just to let us know. So
I'm being used as a guinea pig.
speech, it's all yours.
I want to taste the proper one.
Okay, now go.
This is bigger though.
This one's bigger though.
I don't know.
We have a nice healthy
It's all
portion.
good.
We have a healthy
I want to
portion.
taste the smaller one.
We're not stingy.
So, okay.
Stingy.
We're not stingy. All right, go for it.
Can I mix everything together?
Yeah. How do you like that yellow bone chicken?
All the way from America and South Africa.
Yes. Dip in that
Hold on.
gravy. Yeah.
Not the gravy, guys. But the chicken with the tomato goes well together. Thank you. 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. That's all you're gonna give us. That's all
Man.
you give us 6.
Let me taste this.
There you have it, guys. Our very own summer
Our
scissor
very own
salad.
summer scissor. We tried.
M.
We tried.
For
See
you
this?
guys at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, my guys, we came, entertained, and we conquered the world of live television. Another awesome Wiki Wednesday.
Wacky,
just for
wacky
you guys
Wednesday.
at home.
All right, for my side, I go by the name of Mr. May. You guys can connect with me on all social platforms. And of course, you can catch the repeat of Ekse tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. And these awesome guys, you can...
Yes. It is your boy Speech over here. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Your boy Crazy
See you on
Brad.
Friday.
Catch me on Facebook, Brad Roman.
I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning, man. You guys have a liquor afternoon further.
God bless.
Yeah, let's continue the
Yeah,
feast
let's
over
get back
here.
into this.
If you're like me, before you even wake up in the morning, you're dreaming about coffee. A simple way to improve your health and wake yourself up is to drink water first thing in the morning. No, you don't have to skip coffee. Just hydrate before you caffeinate. Make eating healthy fun, and you're more likely to eat healthy. Seems pretty simple, right? If you like waffles for breakfast but don't want the blood sugar crash later in the afternoon, find a healthy waffle recipe. I made mine out of coconut flour and topped it with fresh strawberries instead of artificial syrup. Simple, healthy swaps will leave you happier and give you more energy, which is obviously what we all want. You want to know how I don't want to start my morning? A, falling out of bed, and B, literally tripping into my day because my room is a disaster. Form a healthy habit of waking up 5 to 10 minutes earlier to pick up your room. Put on some really good music too, because that helps a lot. When your space is cleaner, your mind is cleaner. When there's clutter everywhere, it's easy for me to get frustrated. So 10 minutes every day is better than an all-day cleaning on Saturday. Am I right? I'm not really sure what it is about writing that clears your head, but it does. There's something about getting all of your feelings out on paper. It's almost like seeing your feelings on paper puts everything into perspective. Whenever I take time to just sit and read and write out my thoughts, I always leave feeling happier. Speaking of being happier, do yourself a favor, go onto all of your social media, your Tumblr, your Instagram, your Twitter, everything, and unfollow everyone who pours negativity into your life. You will feel much happier. Foolproof way of being healthier and happier is to get outside. Fresh air and sunshine does the body good, and there's something about salt water that makes me happier than almost anything. Going for the no-brainer, get to the gym. I'm going to show you what's in my gym bag. So I have a sore muscle bar. I also have this really cute little sweat towel that says I eat burpees for breakfast. And then I have my electrolyte drink, which helps recover muscles. Of course, hair tines and hair bands. A little sanitizing refresh wipe. I love these after the gym. My headphones, of course, and then obviously my wallet. And now it's time to zip up and head off to the gym. Past and present, they don't matter, now the future sorted out. Then I put my hair up into a ponytail or a bun. I really like wearing headbands too. This one is so cute, it's like lacy. And then it's time to put your headphones in, and I love warming up with a jump rope. This really gets your heart rate up. I feel like it's a great warm-up to do just for like a minute or two just to get your heart rate going. And then I pick up weights and I'll do lunges and push-ups and jump squats and everything. Circuit training is my favorite way to work out because it keeps your heart rate up, it keeps your muscles getting stronger and healthier, and I feel better. And jump squats are one of the things that I'm working on right now. If you want to improve your fitness level, do jump squats. They will increase your heart rate. They will just work every muscle every muscle that you have. I mean, I don't have words. I'm dead after doing them. And you can do lunges and you can do all of these things without using weights, and then I'm done working out. And it was a super hard workout, and I loved it, and I feel happy. Yay! Lists make me happier. I don't know why. Just try it. Just make a list every morning.